Okay, this is a message from the other world. This is a connection that we're making to somebody who has recently passed. And this person is represented by the Emperor. I don't see this person being above the age of 55, possibly 57-ish. They weren't extremely, they weren't, I don't consider them a senior citizen. I don't consider them being elderly. This person was very capable. They were very capable of looking after themselves and others. And that's why they were seen as being a very powerful individual. But they were carrying some issues, this person. And we see in their reading, they had the devil card in the reading representing a part of their personality. And yes, we could suggest that they were a Capricorn or an Aries, but I don't really do that so much. I view this person as having some issues. They were dealing with some unsavory people. They had some unsavory health conditions, and they also had some addictions. They had addictions to money. They had addictions to work. They had addictions to anything other than their family. That's what I'm sensing. We also see the Two of Pentacles here. They were constantly juggling the highs and lows of life. They were also juggling a lot of the things that they were obsessing over. In addition to that, I quite frequently see with this specific individual an angel on one side of their shoulder and a devil on the other, meaning they were constantly battling the morality of their decisions, constantly, battling if what they should do is right or wrong. And quite often they would do things or make choices that were wrong in the eyes of their loved ones. This person's life eventually ended. This person felt as if there were other people conspiring against them. But really, at the end of the day, this had a lot more to do with them not making the right ethical decisions in their life. And they're coming to terms with that now. When they did pass, there was people there waiting for them. They weren't alone. And I'm picking that up by the Three of Stars here. These are people that they had lost earlier in their life, whether it be in death or they just lost connection with them. They're coming to the table to say that they had some issues with a relationship in their life. It was very imbalanced, it was unhealthy. Um, and it was with a female represented by the Queen of Wands in reverse. She was an unsavory character. She also had some weird medical issues, like she was popping pills. And I'm saying that very strongly because I feel it very strongly. Like, this woman got her medications prescribed. She had a vicious temper. She was very vindictive, and this person who passed just wants you to stay right away from them because she's still alive, and she feels like she wants to try and get an entitlement to things. She wants things. She desires things. She holds grudges. She holds vendettas. She's disillusioned as well. This person, this emperor who passed, really doesn't like them. Who are you to this person who passed? You're represented by the 10 of cups, so you were somebody that they had a very strong relationship with. You had some kind of emotional relationship and connection, probably something having to do with family. Either you were a family member or you had family ties. You're definitely from a more innocent period in their life. They really appreciated and respected the path that you chose in your life. You're a very wholesome individual. But unfortunately, they chose not to deal with you. You had a disagreement over something, and they went their separate ways. And I'm not seeing them leaving or abandoning you. They just cut off all ties and communication. And you didn't want that because you were a good and trustworthy person. But they moved on and carried the load of their lives on their own. This is somebody who carried the load and responsibilities for a lot of people, regardless of the issues that they were coping with, and regardless of the unsavory people that they were connecting with. They still kept their responsibilities and obligations. And what they're coming to the table to tell you is stay away from that woman. And they're also saying they may not have left an inheritance behind financially, even though they could have been a very wealthy person at some point in their life. What they're saying is they did something. They accomplished something before they passed on. And this something, whatever it is that they accomplished, it's going to help you. It's going to help you move forward. It's going to help you charter through the future of your life. It's going to help you move forward on your life path. And no one is going to really be able to mess with you based on whatever it is that they accomplished before they passed on. In addition to that, when I was discussing that woman, I heard the word penalty. And when I was zoning into this character and your relationship with them, I heard the name Jeff and I heard the word Leo. It doesn't mean that their name was Jeff, but there was somebody in the mix representing a Jeff or interacting with a Jeff. Leo could be an astrological sign, or it could literally represent something else, possibly law enforcement officer. But either way, you will know the significance of these things when they come your way. But when discussing that woman, this individual in particular, even on the other side, feels that this female is going to receive a penalty for something that she is doing or she has done. In addition, I had pulled the Awaz rune. I always pronounce it wrong, and I apologize, but I create my own runes. It is intended to represent the yew tree, if you can kind of make it out there. The yew tree is also connected to Yggdrasil, the world tree in Viking rune lore or folk tales, or stories, however you wish to rue it. And the Yggdrasil tree symbolizing the world tree, and the yew tree having to do with transformation, life cycles, death, birth, rebirth, birth, death, rebirth, what have you. Yew trees were often planted near cemeteries or those who have passed. So I find it very interesting that I would have picked this rune after doing this reading. This means that this person is very protective over you. The yew tree was used for weapons, and also the berries could be poisonous. This yew tree could survive through the winter. In addition, it was perceived as a gateway to the other world. So this person whom passed, I'm assuming they've passed fairly recently. This isn't something that's been lingering for a while, and they're expressing the fact that you are protected and that you should move forward that way. And that also is symbolic with the Ace of Swords and the Chariot. They are encouraging you to stand strong in the face of adversity, because you will face more in your life. There is some type of negativity that was left behind in their passing, and I feel like this woman has a lot to do with it. In addition, if you're fearful, never be afraid to call the police, okay? Or at least hire a private investigator in order to do some recognizance for you. And I'm just getting that feeling. I don't know why. Regardless, the person who's passed feels very protective over you. I don't understand the connection. It's hard for me to do that when I don't have people sitting in front of me. And hopefully that will assist you. Be strong. Carry on. Carry on. Carry on. In addition to that, there is an open portal or open pathway for you to communicate with this person. So if you feel like they're around, or you feel the sensation to talk to them or communicate with them, you can do it. Their presence is very strong at this time.